Hi there, I'm John Keirstead from Arctic Spas. We're here to introduce a new product that we've been carrying in all our stores. It's made by Vischer Specialty Products. They supply us with the cedar for our cedar cabinets. They also supply us with some beautiful gazebos. And then just this year they introduced a new product, a sauna. A Cedar Sauna. I like it because it's a modern looking sauna. If you take a look at it, you'll see it's got a nice big glass door. This is tempered glass. Obviously these things are hot, so unlike a lot of saunas that are out there, this is not an infrared sauna. This is a traditional sauna, or hot rocks that you can throw water and stuff on, so it's not infrared. That's the important thing. This is designed to go outdoors. Of course, you could put it indoors, but it is a double walled and it's fully sealed the same way you seal the wall of a house. We've got a temporary installation here, so it's not fully tacked down and all the bolts and screws and stuff in it, because this comes as a kit. So if you don't really need to be that handy to use this thing, because it's basically cut from CNC, so the parts are all exactly the same. You assemble it. Typically, it takes us 4 or 5 hours, two-person team to set this up, and then you have to have an electrician come and wire it. This is a 220 50 amp service. 50 amps might sound like a lot, and it is. It's because this has a huge heater in it. So let's just show you. So I'm turning on the top side control here, or the outside controls for this. Ambient temperature in here is 25 degrees. If I wanted to turn this to Celsius, or from Celsius to Fahrenheit, I could turn it to Fahrenheit just by pressing this button here. I usually have mine on Fahrenheit at home. And you'll see it'll start cranking up temperature really quite quickly because it's a very big heater. And I'll show you inside. So this is cedar. This is called blacksmith finish. I like it because it's kind of a modern looking finish, but this is clear cedar. So it's gonna last a very, very long time. Just like the cedar cabinets and stuff like that, or a cedar fence, or the totem poles here in Duncan, it's gonna last a really long time. You can see it's heating up pretty quick. Usually, again, here in the showroom, we don't have this thing plugged in all the time, so we unplug the spas so that we can run this. But in the outdoor setting, this is gonna heat up within 10 to 20 minutes, so it doesn't take very long. It isn't insulated, although there's 2 levels of the cedar. So there's the outer cedar, and then there's the clear Western cedar that you see on the inside, right? You can see that. Oh, it's getting warm in there already. I'll show you the inside in a second, I promise. Let's let it heat up here. What I wanted to point out, though, is that because it has that thickness, the wall thickness is fairly thick, it's really going to heat up quickly when it's outdoors, because there is some insulation capability to that. It doesn't really need to be insulated like we have to insulate a spa, because we're keeping the spa hot all the time. This is only hot while you're using it, and then you shut it off, right? Heats up nice and fast. Typically, like I have one at home, I find within 15-20 minutes it's at 90 degrees Celsius, which is about as hot as you'd ever want it. Sometimes I creep up as high as 93 when I start throwing water onto the rocks. So as I was mentioning, this is made with a CNC machine, so the parts all snap together pretty easily. Relatively easy to set up. If you're a handy person, you can set it up yourself. Otherwise, you can have your local dealer set it up, which we offer. There's an extra charge for that, of course. A couple of things that I like about it is this door swings really easily. I think that's important. And it's got magnets so that it can't be slammed shut. It always repels at the last minute and then sucks itself in. So I like that. Cedar handles. If you come inside here, I'll probably start sweating in the show here, but I've added this little light. I got it off of Amazon. It was quite inexpensive. I like it because there's actually 2 of them, and they're USB-C with a lithium battery, and there's a little remote control that I used to change the colors. That was probably something that they thought afterwards might be good to add a light, but realistically, I find this to be a great solution, right? You see the heaters right here? We haven't peeled the exterior of the stuff off here, so there's still some, you can see the stuff there. I should actually peel that off because it's stainless and I don't want it to melt. Anyway, this gets really hot. It's the traditional rocks. We will be selling these little buckets so you can, you know, splash water on there, you know, an old-fashioned temperature gauge if you don't want to look outside there. Yeah, cedar benches. It's quite roomy. You know, could you fit your whole family in here? I think so. You know, 4 or 5 people, I think there's plenty of room to do that. You want it to be fairly small from an area point of view so that it heats up fast. Yeah, I'm really starting to sweat now. Beautiful cedar. You got kind of that hamster cage smell when you're in here. I really love it. I use mine all the time. I have a swim spa, I have a cold tub, and I have the sauna now. So I go from, you know, circuit training. I sit in one, start sweating, sit in the other, you know, cool off, sit in the hot tub. In fact, I find going from the hot tub into here, I instantly start sweating like crazy and just drip, 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 drip. So, you know, hot tubs and saunas and cold tubs, these are all part of a wellness thing. You know, people have been doing it for a millennia. Heck, there's even monkeys in Japan that soak in natural hot springs and stuff, which I thought was really cool. But, you know, even the indigenous populations from ancient times would sit in sweat lodges and then jump into cold water or roll in snow and that sort of thing. So a lot of health benefits to owning this. Built right in Chilliwack, BC. This cedar is sustainably harvested cedar. It'll last forever. We choose cedar because cedar is naturally repellent to pests and stuff like that. Bugs and stuff don't eat it. It's just a really great product, and it's very good in a moist situation. And in here we go from moist to dry, moist to dry, moist to dry, and this will hold up. Notice there isn't a finish on the cedar on the inside here because we don't want to be breathing in that stuff. We want to have just natural wood on the inside here. The Homecraft heaters, really good, great brand of heaters. These are made in Delta, BC. So this is a 100% BC made product, made in Canada product. Really overall great value. Less than $10,000 you can get this on sale. So come in and take a look at it, and if you want to try it out, let us know and we'll have it up and running for you so you can try it out. I've got it now in 2 of my locations. We'll try to have it in a few more. If you have any questions, be sure to post them or ask or contact us at any of our websites. So we have them at several of our locations. I'm John Keirstead from Arctic Spas. Come talk to us about saunas. Oh, and if you see that, remember to click the subscribe and like buttons so that we can keep these videos coming at you. Thank you for watching.